My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens. They call me the Bookie Killer / El Scorcho in the streets. Sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper. Also got a special co-host today, Little D Notero, and he's got a special message for you. What is it, D?
24 karat magic in the air,
Head to toe, so player. 24 karat magic podcast, guys. D said it first. What do you want them to do? Put their what?
Put your pinky finger to the moon. Girls, 2022.
You killed it, D. Good job, buddy. Hey, I got to start him young. Like I said, I got to get him on that phone. I thought his delivery was pretty good. How about you?
Put your fingers to the moon.
He said, put your pinky finger to the moon.
What you trying to do?
Sounds like we got to do a 24 karat podcast. Give me a kiss. I love you, buddy. We'll be done in a minute, okay? We're under construction. This should be the last week, maybe one more.
Yeah.
Then we'll have our complete set, which, by the way, the baddest studio set in the industry.
Man,
better than ESPN, better than Fox, better than any motherfucker you've ever seen, guys. We built the baddest sports studio in the game, and I mean, we're the baddest sports consultants in the world. Why not?
Why not?
If the shoe fits, wear it, right?
If it even gets as close to what it looks like on the pictures and the floor plan that they drew out for us, my God, it's going to be the bomb.
Well, can I tell you this? If it's not,
looking forward to it.
You might be bailing me out for attempted murder, if not murder, because for the type of money that I spent, I'd have to honestly say that it's not going to work out that way. It's going to be picture perfect, and I'm excited.
You ain't lying.
Here's what I'm thinking, Skip. Today's podcast is going to be all about baseball. Even though we got football starting today, we gave them a major preseason breakdown on Tuesday on how these guys can make money.
Yes,
all you got to do is rewind the podcast, go over and over, and that should take care of you for preseason. If you guys didn't take advantage of the $100 promotion that we ran, shame on you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the VIP Sports Podcast is a follow-up of our show, Money Talks. As you know, I had a hit show on CNBC called Money Talks. I'm the #1 documented sports advisor in the world, 72.3% all year long. Nobody in the world is better. If you find anybody that says they are, make sure you look them in the eye when they say that. You'll know what they look like when they're lying. Bottom fucking line. Our whole idea of the podcast is to teach you guys how to be better sports bettors, teach you the lingo, and more importantly, to give guys that have a bunch of extra money laying around to you oil tycoons, you real estate tycoons, bankers, hedge fund guys. Let's be real, your money ain't doing really shit over there. Guys that need a second income, I don't care if you're a construction worker. That's the reason why we do this podcast. There's more money to be made in sports betting than any other investment in the world, hands down.
Amen.
The podcast is to show you guys the ins and outs of sports. Our job isn't to tell you about every team playing for the day. My job isn't to tell you who played in 1954. Our job is to show you who's hot and who's not, and who you can make the most amount of money betting on. Bottom line, that's what this podcast is all about. We have a lot of people calling. Please do not get discouraged if you don't get a call right back. Remember, we're not calling you from our grandmother's basement or a one-bedroom apartment or a Motel 6. We're not just sitting there waiting. We got hundreds of people that call, and your call is very important to us, and we will get back to you. And believe me, they're not going to stop playing games. Whether we get with you today or tomorrow, the money's going to be there.
877. Tell them what the number is, Steve.
877-220-6540.
Give us a call. Go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com.
We love reading all your comments, and we always appreciate a thumbs up. And when you click the subscription button to YouTube, make sure you also click that little bell right there.
Click the bell.
That way you get, you got a rubber bell in order for her to nut. You know what I mean? if you don't rubber bell, she might not squirt. So
if you don't click the bell, there's no use being there, my friend.
you'll get a notification. That way you don't have to go looking for us. We'll come to you. Also, like I said, if you choose to receive notifications on the videos, we'll give it all to you by subscribing and clicking that. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, VIP Sports LV.
Right.
Don't forget there's a lot of imposters out there. And Skip, as you know, football's here. They're going to come by the dozens.
Oh,
they're going to imitate us. Ladies and gentlemen, if someone sends you a free game, someone emails you or text messages you and says that they're us, best believe they're not. We do not do that. If you want to make sure it's us, pick up the phone and call us. Talk to us. We'll talk back. Fair enough?
I'm glad you brought that up because I just had 2 of my newer clients yesterday bring up the fact, Steve,
that they've been called by frauds.
They're being called by trolls. They're being direct message. They put a comment in on the podcast or they put something in on Facebook on our social media.
Make that clear, Skip.
They're getting trolled immediately by people that pretend to be us, that say they know all about us. People were even saying, those guys out there that were saying they were best friends with me. I know what Skip bets personally. I'm his best buddy.
Nobody.
I can get you to games cheaper than Skip can.
Yeah, correct.
Because Skip's my best friend.
I bought their package. Now buy it from me. I mean, you're going to hear every...
Don't listen to any of this bullshit. The only way you know you're talking to me is calling 877-220-6540, and you know you're talking to me. I got a very distinctive voice. I think you'll know it's me, my friend. Give us a call.
That is a 100% fact, ladies and gentlemen.
And then you know it's us.
So, and if you're willing to take a free game that someone text messaged you anyway, shame on you, dude.
You're a whore.
Yeah, you're a fucking slut. And like I said, let's get into a little baseball. I think that's what they're listening to the show for anyway. You guys want to know how to make some fucking money betting baseball, yes or no?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Anyway, Skipper, baseball segment to you is brought to our friends at Bet Online. Baseball segments brought to you by our friends at betonline.ag. With its management team together since 1991, betonline.ag is one of the web's most popular betting destinations, offering wager on nearly every sport and event possible. Once you're in action, like I said, you'll see firsthand why betonline.ag has an A+ rating, including the earliest open odds in the industry, the best live betting software in the business, and most importantly, fast payouts. You know we need it fast. Head over to betonline.ag today and sign up for an account using the promotional code ALLDAY. Use the promotional code ALLDAY and get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. Once again, betonline.ag, because you can.
Because you can, people.
Because you can. Let's get into some baseball news here, Skip. Let's go right back into your hometown. Philadelphia Phillies announced on Wednesday that our man Pete Rose will not take part in the alumni weekend festivities at Citizens Bank Park from August 10th to 13th. It seems to me like he's fighting a case right now in court against who he calls a girl named Jane Doe.
Jane Doe.
Looks to me like a 34-year-old Pete Rose was fucking a 16-year-old at the time, which I'm not bad. Well, actually, I am bad-mouthing you. If you're a fucking professional all-star, superstar baseball player and you're 34 and you have to fuck a 16-year-old, you fuck my 16-year-old, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, Jane Doe.
You fuck my 16-year-old and I'm gonna kill you. So he's...
Yeah, if you're 34 years old, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but to his defense, in the state of Ohio, you only have to be 16 for his consent. So I'm not saying that he has any charges on him or anything like that.
Oh my God,
I'm just telling you that's the case.
Hold on, go ahead and repeat that. What'd you say?
In Ohio, the age is 16 to consent. So if a girl says, put your cock in my mouth, you actually can. However, my family will never be in Ohio.
So let's forget about the fact that she is obviously someone's daughter, Steve.
Correct.
Okay?
Yeah.
I do not condone 34-year-old men running around fucking 16-year-old girls.
How about not only that,
however,
a superstar baseball player that has the pick of any bitch he wants.
However, if it's legal to consent to sex at 16,
he committed no crime.
Are you telling me he committed no crime?
Correct.
Is that the law? Yes or no?
In the courtroom, yes. Outside on the streets, he's getting knocked out.
If that's the law and he didn't commit a crime and the girl was 16 and the state says 16 is old enough to consent, I don't understand what the issue is. Now, is it a problem personally for my personal morals?
Correct.
If you're 34 years old banging a 16-year-old girl? Yeah, that's a little fucked up, especially if it's my daughter.
Hold on.
Like you said.
Let alone an all-star baseball player. But Rose had been voted.
It doesn't matter who you are.
No.
If you're 34 years old, you shouldn't be banging.
Let's get it straight. He did legally nothing wrong. Okay?
Apparently, if the law says 16.
It does, but he's in court having to defend himself with that with this girl that he calls Jane Doe. Now,
okay, well, he calls her Jane Doe because she may be a hoe and she might like to blow. You know what I'm saying?
I'd have to say she's Jane Doe because she did blow in her asshole, and he loved it.
There's something going on with Jane Doe. I mean,
Jane Doe loved the blow and took it in her asshole, bottom line.
She loved the blow.
Hashtag, if your name is Jane Doe, you more than likely love blow, and you take it in the asshole.
Let me make this perfectly clear. I am not for fucking sex with
You've
minors.
said that 10 times. Can we move on?
No, but this is a big deal to me. You brought in the Phillies.
I said I don't like it. You said you don't like it.
You brought in the Phillies. You had to go there. You went with my man Pete Rose, who you know that I'm a huge fucking fan of.
Well, let me finish.
Mike Schmidt and Pete Rose are my two fucking idols.
Well,
I don't like anybody fucking with my boy Pete Rose.
Tell Pete Rose he shouldn't have fucked a 16-year-old later on in life.
Pete Rose is God. Mike Schmidt is God. And listen, apparently to the state of Ohio, it was legal.
Cool.
And whatever, man.
All right.
Fuck.
Rose had been voted by the fans to be inducted into the Hall of Fame team's Wall of Fame. You know, the Wall of Fame, they have a outside the line reported Monday that a sworn statement by an unidentified woman contained in a motion filed by John Doe defense against Rose's defamation lawsuit alleges that Rose had sexual relationship with a woman for several years in the 1970s.
In the 70s?
In the 70s, beginning before she turned 16.
Wasn't everybody fucking in the 70s?
I don't give a fuck if you're Pete Rose or not. This makes me even madder. I want to beat his ass. And by the way, the reason why Pete Rose probably isn't at this event isn't because of this bitch. It's because he's losing games in baseball here in the Las Vegas Sportsbooks and doesn't want to fucking leave. He's waiting for football to start so he can get his money back. Motherfuckers, I mean, it's not a secret, Pete. Our boys see you in the sportsbooks all the time, and it's not a secret that you're terrible betting sports.
It's not a secret. Pete Rose is in the sports books all day, every day.
Rose,
here in Las Vegas.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Rose acknowledged that he had a sexual relationship with the woman in court, documents made public Monday, but he said in his information and belief was that it stated the girl was 16, which the legal age of consent in Ohio was 16. He was 34. He was married and a father of 2 children at the time.
That's a problem. Man.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a baseball guy and he's a slut. I mean, it is what it is.
Pete, you are something else, man.
Rose said he does not recall how long the relationship lasted.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have remembered either on the cocaine. And you know, if I was fucking a 16-year-old when
you're talking about 40 fucking years ago. He don't remember shit from last week.
Anyway, that's not going to make the people any money. That's just some news. All right. Let's get into a little bit of baseball news, Skip, which I know that you're pumped up about as well.
I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to stay.
I got one thing to say right here and right now. I did not have sexual relationships with that woman.
Well, he's saying that he did. Let's move into the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers got their 75th win in their 106th game on Tuesday, becoming the 3rd team in the last 70 years to reach 75 wins and 106 decision or fewer. That's pretty phenomenal. Let's go over that again, okay, brother? 106 game Tuesday they played, becoming the 3rd team in the last 70 years to reach 75 wins and 106 decisions or fewer.
Yeah, like 38-9 their last 47 games.
Correct.
Unbelievable.
It really is. Shout off to the Dodgers.
Yeah, well,
LA Angels is 40-6 since June 7th, while every other team has at least 18 losses in that span.
Wow.
Of the Dodgers' 57 remaining games, 26 will be played against the Padres, Diamondbacks, and Rockies.
Well, they'll get a few more wins against the Padres for sure.
Well, let's talk about that real quick because I know that me and you have different things. Like Diamondbacks started off the season playing stellar. Rockies were playing good. Let's be honest. Rockies and Diamondbacks, neither one of them are hot as a fucking pistol right now. And actually, Padres have won games here and there.
Yeah,
you're telling me it's easier to beat the Padres?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Padres sneak up and they win every now and then as a dog, Steve. I mean, they do.
Every now and then or every fucking series, Skip?
I would. They'll sneak up and grab a game every series.
Every series, yeah.
Okay. You got to be careful with the Padres. I'm not saying you don't.
Well, they don't get swept often. They don't get swept too often.
What I am saying is, if I had my choice between the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, or the Padres, I'd rather play the Padres.
Without any shadow of a doubt.
And since we're talking about the Dodgers, let's just go right ahead and reiterate one more time. Go ahead and go back to the podcast in the beginning of the baseball season.
We've been telling you all year, guys.
What did Skipper say? The Dodgers are going to win the World Series this year. I said it before the season started. I said they were the best team in baseball. I don't know. How am I looking right now?
Pretty goddamn good, Skip, just like we said.
Hold on a second. How am I looking right now?
Damn. Head to toe, soul player.
How do you like me now?
Woo! How you like me now? Anyway, Skip hit it right on the head.
Once again,
LA Dodgers are going to be a major team to reckon with as far as the World Series is concerned.
You ain't lying.
I know you Chicago Cub people think you're still looking to win that division. You may as well do that. You don't have a fucking chance of winning the World Series. Your team is not together. Yeah, I said it. You guys are going to be falling apart. Shit just doesn't look right. Hasn't looked right from the beginning of the year over there, to be honest with you, Skip. Has it?
For anyone other than the Dodgers to win the National League, it would be a surprise. You're correct.
Let's get into some other stuff that I want to talk about as well with baseball, Skip. A couple big trades have went down lately, as you know. Me and you were talking it earlier as the deadline hit. You want to talk about some of the people that got traded right before the deadline?
Of course I do. But before I do that, I just want to go ahead and clear one thing up. The big trade deadline was here this week. Everybody knows in baseball, a lot of big players were moving around. The baseball trade segment, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's brought to you by paperhead.com. Is it not, Steve?
You're goddamn right it is.
The trade segment is brought to you by paperhead.com. It's time for everyone to start making some real money. Start your own business today with the best player management software in the business. Go over to paperhead.com. I dare you. I dare you to do it. Built with exclusive tools. It'll maximize your profits quickly and easily. Paperhead has a secure, friendly platform which allows you to become your own boss in this billion-dollar sports betting industry. Just go check it out. Jot it down. There should be a link on your screen showing up somewhere. Go over to paperhead.com. They'll even give you a little 50% bonus, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Steve? Or 50% off of their service, right?
Goddamn right. You want to bet big?
Paperhead.com.
You want to bet big and live large like me? They got the best software out there. Check them out, paperhead.com. Some of the Major League Baseball trades, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm excited about. Hellickson Phillies to Baltimore. Baltimore is a stellar team right now, Skipper. Any more people that they get on their team to make them stronger, they will be a team to be reckoned with. I'll tell you that right now, and you can circle that. Baltimore is far from a weak team. What do you think about Balti?
Well, listen, I've talked about Baltimore in previous podcasts. I'm not going to get into it again because I got trashed for saying Baltimore was a fucking contender.
Yeah.
You know,
they're winning games for me, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says about it.
Let me just say they've been winning games. They've been cashing tickets. And listen, they're gonna be in that division to the end because that division is wide open. Nobody's out of it, and we'll see what happens. My boy Hellickson, Jeremy, from the Phillies to the Baltimore Orioles. Best curveball in baseball, Steve.
I agree. Coming out, another major trade. You got your boy Yu Darvish in the fucking house from Texas. Goes over to the LA Dodgers to help them.
Yeah, like they need
clinch. I know,
like they need any more help.
Hey, I would grab everybody I could to make an all-star team. So Yu Darvish is definitely going to be able to help the Dodgers out a little bit over there, Skip, without any shadow of a doubt. What I loved about, and I knew this was happening anyway, our boy Sonny Gray goes from your boys over there right to the New York Yankees. So now the Yankees got Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray. He's
Sonny Red. Sonny Black and Sonny Blue. You know what I mean?
And so, hey,
fucking forget about it.
Hey, when the skies are gray, go get Sonny. Sonny Gray. Hey.
Yankees got Sonny Black, Sonny Red, and Sonny Gray.
And Sonny Gray's due to start his first game for the Yankees tonight against Cleveland, Steve. We'll see what happens there.
Hey, there was a couple fans out there that on the last podcast were giving you some shit. They thought you were talking crap about Cleveland. You don't hate Cleveland, do you?
No, I don't hate Cleveland. No,
so let's make that clear real quick.
Let's make this clear.
We actually love Cleveland. We got a lot of...
Oh, fuck, I love Cleveland. Shout out Brandon once again. I love Cleveland. I just said Cleveland from a sports standpoint, you know, they got some issues. I think we all know that. The Cleveland Browns suck. There's nothing good about Hugh Jackson. There's nothing good about the Cleveland fucking Browns.
But you wouldn't have any problem going over there with a local and going in a tavern and drinking about 50 bottles of fucking Crown and tearing it up, would you?
I've been to the stadium in Cleveland. It's a great place.
Aren't you half Indian?
No, I'm not half. Feather, not.
Because you're sure an Indian giving motherfucker. I know that.
An Indian giver?
Yeah, man, that 10,000 that you gave me, you wanted it back. We were gambling the other night. Skip gave me 10,000. He said, "Here you go." He had the balls to ask for it back this morning.
I knew I'd never.
If that ain't an Indian fucking giver, I don't know what is.
I knew I'd never see it again. I knew I'd never see it again, dude.
Well, I didn't ask for it. You gave it to me.
Wait, when you're drinking, you're partying, you're gambling, you help. Yeah, friends help friends out.
Let's stick to the script, brother.
No, I'm not an Indian.
But you do love Cleveland and you do love Indians.
However, I will do a fucking war dance. I will do a money dance. Fuck. Yeah, no, I'm not an Indian. What was I talking about? Oh, Cleveland. I actually got family in Cleveland, Steve. I got my cousin and his children. They live in Lodi, a place called Lodi.
Shout out to my boy Scratchy out there in Cleveland as well.
And Scratchy's from Cleveland. I got friends in Cleveland. So
Cleveland, I got some cocky motherfuckers. I like them.
I got family in Lodi, believe it or not, which is
right
outside of Cleveland.
I got hoes in every area code. All right, buddy, relax.
I got bitches everywhere.
Goddamn right. Anyway, Todd Frazier
Frazier?
From the Chicago White Sox, moving on over to the Yankees as well, Skip.
Frazier.
You
Down goes Frazier.
You think Frazier will help him out a little bit, or just another player?
Frazier is a beast. He's
really is.
He's a good third baseman. He's a power hitter. They needed a guy on the hot corner over there, I guess. And the Yankees have improved their team with Sonny Gray and Todd Frazier.
You're motherfucking right. Skip, what other trades?
Jonathan Lucroy left Texas, went to the Colorado Rockies. Speaking of the Rockies, he should definitely help them out. That was a pretty good pickup. Jose Quintana, just stayed in the same city, Steve. I mean, he just went from the White Sox over to the Cubs. He pitched well in his debut for the Cubs the other day.
Yeah, he did.
There was a bunch of trades out there. We're not going to go over
Well,
all
hold
of
on.
them.
No, we're not. But if we're going to talk about a pitcher who's done well this year, and I've told him this to his face before the season started, my man D. Hernandez.
Oh, D. Hernandez.
A personal friend of ours.
Having a career fucking year.
I fucking told you, and I motivated you, and I don't give a fuck what the deal was. I told you you were going to have the best year you've ever had in your life. Did I not tell you that, D. Hearn? Yes or fucking no?
D. Hearn.
Well, I tell you what, from an outsider looking in, sure looks like you're having one of the best years you've ever fucking had since you were a young fucking stud, bro.
Yeah, went from the Angels back home to Arizona Diamondbacks. He should be a great help in their bullpen.
Which that's where you wanted to be anywhere, D.
That's where he started his career with the Diamondbacks. Congratulations to D. Hearn from the Angels to the Diamondbacks.
And one thing to let you guys know out there so you don't get caught up, my clients or my friends that play professional baseball, I actually have a superstition motto that I follow, and I make Skip do the same thing, and he agrees. We don't call them. Any of our athletes, like for instance, if we have a professional athlete in our we will leave them the fuck alone and let them go make their fucking money. We have enough clients to where we can let our big boys and our athletes play their sport because there's plenty of time on the off season. You know what I mean, Skip?
Let's just say we have a lot of friends that are athletes, a lot of friends.
A lot of clients and friends.
I got friends that play in the PGA. I got a few friends in the Major League Baseball. I know a bunch of NFL guys.
And you know, I got half the NBA that comes through this fucking office. Yeah, richest athlete in the world was in here yesterday.
Yeah.
Giving us advice on the fucking build out.
Yeah, he was.
Hey, I'll never forget. I said, Veronica, show Floyd the new rendons of our show. He said, that shit's terrible.
He definitely wasn't impressed.
He was thinking. Anyway, his mind was on something else.
Well, his mind wasn't on our fucking studio.
He loved it. What do you mean? He's in full-time training right now. Shout out to Floyd Money Mayweather. He's going to beat the fuck out of you, Connor. And like I said, he's really aggressive, taking it very serious over there.
Was the richest athlete in the world in your house yesterday? Was he in your office yesterday?
Yeah.
Looking at your construction and looking at the pictures of your studio that you're building?
If you leave it up to the guys on Twitter and Instagram, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Listen, I guarantee you tomorrow, people will be getting emailed and text saying, Floyd was just in my office as well.
Yeah, okay. Sure he was.
Guys, come on, man. We're in a league on our own. Like I said, I got no problem with you wanting to be us. Fake it till you make it. But please don't ever compare yourself to us, dude. You're a 3-inch cock, and we're a fucking donkey dick. So it's a little bit different, all right, guys?
Donkey dick. I'm not a donkey dick, but I know.
I got donkey dick.
I know what you're saying.
Right for the, well, so do I. Right for the bookie's mouth and any other girl out there that wants it now that Steve Sting is single.
Arizona Diamondbacks. Speaking of the Diamondbacks, they picked up J.D. Martinez from the Tigers.
Yep.
I can't understand why the Tigers are fire selling their team like
I was just going to say the same thing.
I just don't understand it. They're not.
Can I tell you why?
They're not out of the division. That division is fucking wide open. I mean, the division is horrible.
From what I understand, in the upper office over there, the teams have been injured a lot. Certain teams haven't played. Skip, they haven't been able to get their shit together as a team throughout the entire fucking year.
They've been spottier than a fucking...
They're spotting more than a bitch about the starter period, for sure.
Yeah,
all right?
Absolutely. I need to take a break, dude.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, we're going to get right back into the podcast. Like I said, I hope we entertained you, told you what was going on. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back...
Because I got to piss.
When we come back, we're going to tell you who to put your money on, who you can make some money on this week, and how to get that motherfucking paper.
Fair enough.
Right after the break.
Fair enough.
You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A+ rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Let me give you a stat on the Dodgers. They're under 50% covering games on the run line, Skipper. Under 50% covering on the run line.
A lot of those Kershaw's 1-0 wins.
One-run games, yes, they are.
That's what that is. I think we talked about that before, like about a month or two ago.
Yes.
Be careful with the Dodgers on the run lines, especially with.
You want your sandwich?
I don't know how many times Kershaw pitches and he's fucking like 1-0.
Correct. Kansas City Royals.
They've come out of nowhere.
3 games behind Cleveland in the AL Central.
10-4, Steve, their last 14 games, the Kansas City Royals.
I've never been impressed by the AL Central this entire year. I don't think you have either.
Well, I just went on an AL Central road trip. I'm not impressed at all.
Oh, okay, good. What did you see over there?
I saw a bunch of garbage is what I saw.
Okay, good.
The Twins, the Tigers, the White Sox, garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Kansas City Royals, 10-4 their last 14 games. You know, ever since we trashed them, Steve, and we said they were all fucked up, they're not going anywhere, they're fucking done, it's almost like they listened to us, they heard us, and they're trying to prove us wrong. 10-4 their last 14 games. It's unbelievable. Like you said, only 3 games out in the American League Central behind Cleveland. Another team that's fucking red hot, the Yankees, right? The Stankies, the Yankees. 8-3 the Yankees, their last 11 games. 8-3. Only 1 game behind Boston, another red-hot team. Speaking of Cleveland, Steve, they were starting to fall apart a little bit. They were playing 50-50 ball. They weren't looking so impressive. Here's a team that I picked to win the American League, the Cleveland Indians, okay? And they were embarrassing me. I couldn't figure the team out. They had me baffled. They had me confused. They're starting to get hot again now. They made a couple moves at the trade deadline. They're starting to get hot again, as I said. Steve, they won 9 out of their last 12 games.
You know, I haven't asked you to do this in a while. Will you do me a favor? Will you just go over this while I roll me a quick joint?
Yeah.
All right, brother. Go ahead and speak some knowledge to these people, would you?
Did you just get your supply of supersonic kush? Or?
Yes, I did.
Gorilla fucking glue.
Let them know. Tell them how to get their money, Skip.
All right, well, keep that shit off the camera and do what you got to do.
All right,
and let me know when
you're ready. Thank you.
Okay. Cleveland, 9-3 their last 12 games. The Cubs, the Chicago Cubs. Now, we talked about, everyone's been saying, you know, the Cubs, you know, what's going on with the Cubs? At the All-Star break, they were 500 team. Are they going to win the division? Are they even going to see the postseason again? 14-4 now, Steve, since the All-Star break. 14-4. Man, that shit smells good. I can smell it over here.
It's already rolled. That's how quick that is. So I don't think I'm going to blow it up on there, but
the Chicago Cubs, 14-4 since the All-Star break. They're back. They're on fire. They're hitting the ball again. Their pitching has gotten a lot better. They've recovered. They got the addition of Jose Quintana from their crosstown friends, the White Sox, as we mentioned. They also picked up Alex Avila. They're back, man. The Cubs are fucking back, so look out. They got a lead again in the Central.
Here's the only thing that I'm going to add to that, and you can get the Chicago Cubs at fantastic money due to how they've been handicapped from the first half of the season. They start off with power ratings in the beginning of the year, like Skip said, and then they move on to first half stats. First half, they didn't do all that good. You could get them at a really soft line right now, and they are kicking ass and taking names.
They got a big series coming up here this weekend with the fucking Nationals, though, at Wrigley Field. So
the teams that you want to be betting right now, Dodgers, Kansas City Royals, the New York Yankees, Cleveland, and the Chicago Cubs.
Those are the 5 hottest teams right now.
No
doubt.
These are teams that you don't want to be betting right now, no matter what. Give these teams some time.
Who's not? Who are the foreclosure teams right about now, Steve?
I'm going to tell you, these are teams that's going to have you bankrupt, selling your girl's pussy, and looking for a loan at the local bank. That's for fucking sure. You're going to go. Who will have, as a matter of fact, this segment right here is who will have your girl selling her puss tonight?
Listen,
Tampa Bay Rays will for sure, without a shadow of a doubt.
Tampon Ray.
Well, coming off a stellar win yesterday against
Bonray.
Plus 200. They had a plus 240 yesterday, but Tampa Bay will keep your girl in the streets for sure. They are a foreclosure team. It's a team I do not want you betting.
If you've been betting these teams and things are, if
money's tight, things are rough, and you're betting these teams, your girl will have to sell them up.
There you go. Oh my God.
Minnesota, 2-7 in their last 9 games.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Do not bet any money on Minnesota at all.
I think I jinxed them when I flew up there to see, went to Target Field. These son of a bitches haven't won a game since I've been there.
Well, that makes sense. You must have did that to Atlanta, too. You must have did the same thing to ATL because...
You want the curse on your fucking team, huh?
Have the big skipper show up.
Just invite me to your town, and I will put the curse on your fucking ass instantly.
Because
every game I went to last week, Steve, the home team lost, just for the record.
You want your team to go 1-7? Give Big Skip a call and give him some tickets front row.
That's it.
Tampa Bay team, do not bet right now. Do not bet Minnesota. Do not bet Atlanta. They're 2-9 in their last 10, 11 games.
Yes, Atlanta, 2-9 in their last 11 games. They will absolutely put you in foreclosure. You know, Minnesota was in first place not that long ago.
Yes, I do. That's why I said.
And now they're 6 games back in the American League Central behind the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
They went from first place to fucking 6 games back. That's how bad they suck.
They went from good to bad, just like Kansas City went from bad to good. They're almost like identical. They've switched portfolios there.
Yeah, Braves getting their ass kicked, too.
Milwaukee Brewers is another team I do not want you guys betting right now. This record right here, 4-12.
That's another team that was in first place. They were in command of the National League Central the entire first half of the season, thanks to the Cubs not playing that well, like I mentioned earlier. Since then, 4 wins and 12 losses their last 16 games.
Period.
4-12, the Brew Crew. If you're betting the Brewers right now, you're going to need some brew. You're going to need to get fucking drunk.
That is a fact.
Because they are absolutely annihilating your bankrolls.
I don't think Brew will do it if you're betting the Brewers. You're going to have to get on some Crown or maybe some absinthe.
Yeah, you're going to need some fucking heroin or something if you're betting the Brewers.
That's a fact. Cincinnati, well, that's only enough. You're only going to have enough money for heroin. I mean, that's all you're going to be able to get. If you had a pill habit, you're definitely switching to heroin. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Reds, you do not want to bet them. I've told you in the beginning of the year, even when they played okay, they're a team that'll always come up and sneak to get you. 3-14 in their last 17 games. Absolutely terrible.
They won 3 in a row, believe it or not.
I don't care.
Hard to fucking believe. They've won 5 games out of the last 19.
But we run this business, and we're telling you guys who to bet and who not to bet.
Right,
okay?
right.
So I just want to go over the teams that I do not want you betting right now at all. Do not be betting Tampa Bay. Do not bet Minnesota. Do not bet Atlanta. Do not bet Milwaukee. Do not bet Cincinnati.
And there's one
I gotta go ahead and say, I don't think they should be betting Florida right now either, to be honest with you.
There's another one in there.
Who?
The fucking Giants.
Oh God.
The Giants are 1-5 their last 6 games.
Skip, I'd have to say the most embarrassing team of the year overall. Wouldn't you agree? They were projected to have a real good team this year, Skip.
Yeah, because everybody knew Oakland was going to suck. Everybody knew the Phillies were going to suck. I don't think anybody projected the Giants to be this fucking bad. I mean, they really have, what do they have, the 2nd worst record in baseball?
6-15 to be exact.
They are absolutely fucking horrendous. 6-15 in their last 21 games, like you just said. They've only won 1 out of their last 6. Yeah, the biggest surprise of the year, nobody's seen that coming.
Unbelievable, brother. So, like I said, teams that you want to bet right now, Dodgers, KC, Yankees, Cleveland, Cubs, teams to stay away from. Keep them off your ticket. Tampa Bay, Minnesota, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Cincy, Florida, and like Skip said, San Francisco Giants. They've been very, very bad so far, I'd have to really say.
Shout out to my man Jeff up there in Manhattan. He knows what's going on. Welcome aboard, Jeff in Manhattan. Balling out of control, 5 dimes a game like it's nothing. Congratulations, Jeff, on coming on board, and we're about to destroy your fucking bookie, my friend.
National League West, by far, is best this year, without any shadow of a doubt. Do you agree? If we had to break down all the divisionals, NL West is definitely kicking ass. And let me tell you why.
Yeah.
You got the Dodgers at 705. I mean, that is absolutely amazing, Skip.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say enough about what the Dodgers are doing.
I mean, when you're that much, I mean, you're
700 win percentage.
700 win percentage is absolutely amazing.
They're winning over 70% of their games.
Wow.
Yeah, you got 3 solid teams in the National League West, no doubt about it.
Chicago Cubs are 13-4 since, like you said, since the mid of July. Friday they had they host a tough game with Washington National squad at home, although they're at Wrigley Field, so they should be able to get it done without any shadow of a doubt.
The problem with the Nationals, Steve, is their fucking bullpen has been extremely weak. That's their weakest link. That's why they're not where they're supposed to be. They are where they're supposed to be. I mean, who am I kidding? They're dominating. They're winning the National League East easily. The reason why they're not Dodger status is because they got a weak bullpen. They did some, they made a couple of moves before the trade deadline. They picked up Doolittle, Ryan Matson, old Philly there, Ryan Matson. They came in from Oakland. They also picked up Kinsler. So they made a couple improvements to their bullpen, so we'll see what happens. But when it comes right down to it, they're going to get their ass kicked by the Dodgers anyway.
I agree. American League Yankees have lost 2 in a row, but they are still 7-3 in their last 10 games. Looking like the Yankees and the Red Sox are going to battle for that AL East crown, brother. Tampa Bay doesn't look like they're even in the race anymore, huh, bro?
No, we just talked about it. They're horrible. 5 and fucking 9 or 5 and 10.
I got to admit, though, I like when the Yankees or Boston are hot. I like when they play each other. I mean, this should be fun to watch late in the season to see who gets that division.
I know one thing. Nobody's beating the Dodgers, period.
You see how Skip doesn't give a dog fuck about any other team. He has his certain teams he cares about. I mentioned Boston and Yankees. Guys, you got to have my back here. A lot of you love watching that matchup, right? You like when Boston's hot, Yankees hot? Skip couldn't give a rat's ass.
Listen, if there's one thing you know about me, dude, I can't stand the fucking Dodgers.
But our job is to give a show and stay neutral.
I hate the fucking Dodgers. They're probably my most hated team of any team in any sport, okay? However, I picked them to win the World Series. They're the best fucking team, and they're going to win. Period. I don't play favoritism when it comes to my money, brother. It's all about my money. It's all about my client's money.
Well, here's
okay. You can't bet. You can't bet with your heart, man. You got to think about your wallet. You got to think about your bankroll. You got to think about your client's bankroll.
And here's a message to you people out there that are looking to make money that don't have any. Broke men shouldn't gamble. And jealous men shouldn't pimp hoes.
There you go.
That's a Steve Stevens quote, Money Talks 2014. Don't forget that.
That's a good one.
Broke men shouldn't gamble.
Right.
And jealous men shouldn't pimp hoes. Real simple.
You ain't lying about that.
Toronto Blue Jays have won 2 games in a row. More importantly, 7 out of 10. They're a team to bet money on right now. You got to pick their spots. You don't want to bet them run line. You're getting a good soft line on them. Toronto's a team you might want to look at. Baltimore has won 5 in a row and 7 out of 10. Still 5.5 games back in 4th place, though, in the AL East.
Yep.
So even though they're playing good, they don't look like they're getting nowhere. Cleveland Indians, they still have that Andrew Miller, Cody Allen combo at the back of the bullpen. Don't forget about that. And the lineup is solid. And will be better when Jason Kipnis comes back healthy, which should be pretty fucking soon, if I'm not mistaken.
I picked the Indians to win the American League. We'll see what happens. They're coming on strong, man. 9-3 their last 12.
Like I said, I'm excited. Preseason's here tonight. Like I said, phones are going to start lighting up. All the gamblers are going to start coming out of the woodworks. And like I said, guys, let's go into preseason with the bookies' money. That's the whole idea. Right now is the best time to be betting on sports. Why? Because the second half of baseball is very easy to see for a guy like myself that knows what I'm doing. And preseason, there's too many different options to make money. So between second half of baseball and preseason football, there's no reason why you shouldn't be going into this season with a big-ass bankroll from your bookie. Don't you agree, Skip?
Listen, when's the last time that you went into the college football season or the NFL season with an extra $10,000, $15,000 in bankroll? Because you've been banging baseball games for the last 30 days, or because you've been playing NFL preseason knowing that the practice squads are open to the public, and you've been getting the information from VIP Sports. You've been using Steve's contacts. You've been using Steve's bankroll that he's got behind him. We didn't build this multi-million-dollar enterprise so that you couldn't profit. Come and join us. 877-220-6540. Come and join us. Come on in.
And I'll tell you,
the doors are open. The floodgates are open. Come and get the money. That's all I can tell you.
I've isolated a game on the board tonight on that preseason game. Absolute blowout winner. I'm not talking about a handicap game or a statistical game or a guy farting in his underwear. I'm talking about a game on a 1 to 10 that's in 11. I'm talking about a game stronger than Hurricane Katrina. I'm talking about a game bigger than Khloe Kardashian Camel Toe. And you know how big that is. You could park a boat in that bad boy. At the end of the day, like I said, a game that's going to put a smile on your face so big you could eat a banana sideways. That's the type of game you're looking for, right?
Right.
Let me do my job, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the super fight, and that's another reason. You're going to need every dollar you can, because when that Floyd Mayweather fight goes down to 500, when all these fans come in from out of town and all these UFC guys start betting betting Conor Friday night, and that line goes down to 500, you put every dollar you have to your name on that fight. Let's talk about that fight. And Fight News is brought to my boys out there at BetDSI.com, Skipper. Operating for more than 20 years, shout out to my boy Anthony, BetDSI is an A+ rated and offers fast payment winnings with odds on all sports and global events. From the player who demands it all, including office pools, poker room, horse wagering, skill games, to the well-better like myself who needs a no-nonsense, high-limit sportsbook. BetDSI is the #1 choice. Head over to BetDSI today and create your player account using the promotional code CHEDDAR and get a $25 free play. If you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com, where it's only a game until you bet.
Cheddar, come and get that cheddar.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., August 26th is a big day. Matter of fact, I'd have to call this a super reverse round-off backflip axle fucking Saturday, Super Saturday of the fucking century.
Yeah.
Not only on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, do you have the Floyd Mayweather fight on August 26th, but you have the opening of college fucking football.
Yeah, what a day. What a weekend to come to Vegas.
You get to come to Vegas, bet college football all Saturday morning, get dressed up, and go collect the easiest money on Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, you ain't lying.
Here's one thing that I want to say. August 26th, UFC lightweight champ Conor McGregor will step into the boxing ring with undefeated boxing great legend superstar, the best ever, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Originally, the pair were expected to battle in 10-ounce gloves. Through a recent offer from Mayweather indicated that could change. Mayweather made his offer on social media, assuring that he was okay wearing smaller 8-ounce gloves, which would be much more closer to the 4-ounce glove that McGregor wears when he fights MMA.
Wow.
UFC fighters only 4. So Floyd's willing to tell everybody out there, dude, not only will I fight you, but I'll even wear a lighter glove just to make a point to you that I can make you as more. I want to make you as comfortable as you possibly can be so I can whoop that ass like you've never had it whooped before.
Wow, that's crazy, because that was like a big thing, the fact that they...
That's not in Floyd's advantage at all, just so you know.
No, they were... actually, the 10-ounce gloves are.
Correct. No, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
The question was, how scary fast are Mayweather's hands going to be in a pair of 8-ounce gloves, dude?
Wow.
This dude may never even get a hit off, to be honest with you, Skip.
God.
And
wow.
Yeah, that is right.
That was like a big thing, because McGregor was saying, 10-ounce gloves, they're like, they're like pillows.
Yeah, Mike, it's like, well, first of all, you're the one, the UFC's the one that's been calling Floyd out for over the years. You even had your women calling Floyd out. Shame on you bitches, having girls call out Floyd, you know what I mean? So Floyd finally took enough, has got your toughest fighter in the world, and now he's going to go fight him in the boxing ring. Remember this, UFC guys. I love UFC. The Saturday night Bones fight was one of the best fights I've seen in a long, long time. But I want you guys, the UFC guys, to know this. Floyd wasn't talking crap to UFC. The UFC's always talk crap to Floyd. So Floyd stays in his lane. Floyd's never called out any UFC people. However, you guys called him out, so now he's going to get his ass whooped, and it's going to be the end of it. And all you're doing is making Floyd a light. What did he say in the office yesterday?
I know.
$350 million.
He was in a very good mood yesterday when he was in the office, Steve. I saw the smile on his face. He looked very content, very peaceful, very relaxed. However, when he did say, I'm 3 weeks away from another 350, my friend.
That's exactly what he said.
And I saw the smile just go like this.
But
wow.
He said, I'm only 3 weeks away from another light 350, D.
Yeah, yes, he did.
A light 350, as he was in our office yesterday asking who we liked on that Hall of Fame game tonight.
Was the champ in your office yesterday?
Was the richest athlete in your sports office? Yes or no?
Was the champ in your house yesterday?
Were you on CNBC documented as the best in the world?
I don't think so.
No. Does your company do $16 million a year?
I don't think so.
No. Anyway, our job is to make you guys more money than you've ever imagined, and that's exactly what we're going to do for you. At the end of the day, VIP Sports have a team of experts designed to generate the best sports information available. We deal with players, coaches, CEOs. We do whatever it takes to get the job done. I'm the type of guy to paint my face and get the game. I'll hit the home run. All we need you to do is run the bases.
That's it.
It's a big year. It's a billion-dollar industry, and you deserve your fair share. Grandma, grandpa, housewives, people sitting there, oil tycoons, trust fund kids. I don't care who you are. We got an APB for everybody who likes making money. Let me ask you a question out there. You do like making money, right?
Right.
At least we agree on something. This is going to be the biggest year. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, and you deserve your fair share. Don't you think there comes a time where you deserve to shine? Couldn't you use an extra couple $100,000 income? I think you do. I think your family deserves the best. And I think you do too. If you've been going through hard times, you're not where you're supposed to be in life, you've went through a divorce, some bad things have happened, all you got to do is stay positive. We can be our worst enemy sometimes. We get down and out on ourselves. We get negative. All you got to do is look yourself in the mirror like I do and rededicate yourself and remotivate yourself. I call it sharpening my saw. Enhance the best asset you have, yourself. Look in that mirror. I don't care what your job is. Be the best you can be. Be motivated, be inspiring, and more importantly, be happy to be around other people. Build people up. Don't bring people down, because you don't want anybody in your circle that can bring you down, because they're just like cancer. They will infect you, and they will infect you quick.
Don't let that clown bring you down.
That's a fact. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be with us on this new season. I want to make more money. Listen, I'm going to make more money. I'm going to make millions and millions of dollars this year. I want you to be with me. I want to make you a second income, and I want to go to work for you. Why? Because nobody in the world is better than me. Nobody wins more games. Nobody has more connections, and nobody's more well-respected. On the behalf of VIP Sports, myself, the Big Skipper, it's 2017, Hall of Fame games on TV, and I couldn't be more excited. Let's go get paid. I got mine. You better get yours. We love you.
Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Popping bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pirate. Here and now.